Byron Bernstein is a famous streamer, YouTube celebrity, goes by the name of Reckful, and he recently, and by recently I mean today, committed suicide, and he died. And the internet's kind of ablaze with reaction to that, and I just wanted to touch on that for a second because there's two parts to this. The first part is with more people becoming creators and having YouTube channels or Twitch streams or podcasts or whatever, I think you're going to see more of this. Not suicide per se, but depression or mental health and all that stuff. And you see with a lot of the great creators or the most famous creators, they struggle with mental health. That's just past the internet. That's in music. How many musicians and actors and actresses OD and so I think we're in a situation where, with our phones and with social media and just the 24/7 news cycle and now the 24/7 access to people. I mean, if you're streaming, think about it. I mean, you're streaming for 6-7 hours. You're live. You're on your phone afterwards. You're live. The only time you're really not live is when you're asleep. And people, I just want to take this time to tell people, if you're struggling, please reach out to somebody. It can be whoever, but we're way past the stage. Now, don't tell this to the panic bros or the anti-panic bros because they're too much of badasses to even think about this. But we're way past the days of mental health is something that is bad or mental health is something to be ashamed of. I think, and I don't do this, but I should do this. But I think going to a psychiatrist or a therapist should be mandatory. You should do it like you would a dental checkup. Your brain is the most important thing you got. So the fact that people take care of their oil and they get oil changes at a regular rate and they check on their own brain, their own mental health, is really kind of sad. So if you are struggling, please do not do it alone. We are not in 1991 anymore, where it's like rub some dirt on it, do some push-ups. If you're hurting, talk. Go find the help you need. And that always isn't a hotline. That always isn't going to a therapist. Sometimes it's just reevaluating what you have going on. I'm not an expert in this. I've had my own struggles, not with depression or suicide or anything like that, but anxiety and whatever. And, for different strokes for different folks. Some people working out helps. Some people it doesn't. Some people drinking water helps. Some people it doesn't. Some people need to go talk to somebody. Some people need to go camping. It's different. It's different, man. We're all different, but we're all in this together. And which leads me to the second part. If you're not struggling, just be kind, man. Just be kind. Be kind out there. I say this whenever really any of this happens, but we're in a weird spot where a lot of toxic behavior is hidden in behind anonymous Twitter profiles or anonymous usernames. A lot of our life now is behind a screen. A lot of our interactions come with no recourse. And that's for children, that's for adults. There's a lot of 10, 11, 12-year-old kids out there who are starting to get into those weird years where you are anxious and you are depressed and you are struggling, and they go online and some username on a video game or a username on a Twitter or a username on a forum or Reddit or something is calling them names and telling them to kill themselves. I can't imagine how difficult it is to grow up and live in that universe. Luckily I was part of a generation that didn't have that, so it's not, I didn't grow up through that, but it tears my heart every time I hear a story about kids or whatever getting bullied online or getting any kind of hate, stuff like that. And I see it all the time in Twitter and YouTube or Reddit or whatever. And I just want to remind people to be kind, whether that's in real life or online or in emails or on Twitter or whatever. It's hard right now because everything is so divided, everything is so split, and people are so polarized. It's easy to be defensive, and it's easy to have your back against a wall, and it's easy to not have empathy. It's easy to not have those things. But right now, more than ever, We have to have those things. It's Reckful. I mean, I knew of him. I didn't watch his videos every day. I didn't watch, but I knew of him. But it's just so hard to see people succumb to suicide, whether it's your friends or celebrities or family members. I'm sure everyone knows someone who's been affected by it. It's brutal. It's brutal. And it's sad that it's, just getting more prevalent. Mental health is a real issue right now in this pandemic. So this is just my way of, telling you it's okay to go talk to somebody. It's okay to find a therapist or to get some help or to do something. And again, like always, just help people out, man. We're all we got. We're all we got. Whether you're white, black, a Confederate statue, whether you're a rope hanging in a NASCAR garage, whatever you are, whether you're Jussie Smollett or Caitlyn Jenner or Kim Kardashian, or whether you're a TikTok star, or whether you're just some 55-year-old boomer sitting at home with no email address, whatever you are, whoever you are, whatever your walk of life, whatever your creed, color, whatever. We're sharing this universe together. We're sharing this earth together. We're sharing this sphere together. And just be there for each other, man. There's no more room for wickedness, I guess.